It was a regular day at AssetPlus until the marketing team brought a twist. A bowl full of fun memories waiting to be unfolded. The co-founders were pulled in. Partner Prestige 2025 is over, but the energy and enthusiasm lives on at AssetPlus. Pick a chit, see a word, and share a memory. Let's unfold with the founders.
All of the trophies that we were supposed to distribute had gone to another city. So the team literally had to hustle, find a new vendor at that location and get trophies made from scratch.
There was also a lot happening in between. There was the Indo-Pak conflict.
I was surprised to see the number of partners who decided to bring, when I say families, not just spouses but kids. A lot of younger mutual fund distributors brought their parents in.
Which was when I was posing with the partners for their photographs. It also felt like I'm also receiving the award.
Let's roll in.
Hi Vishranth, hi Awanish. First of all, thank you so much for letting us hijack your meeting. We want you to share your experience of the Partner Prestige 2025, but with a fun twist. You have to pick a chit from the bowl and use the word as the cue to talk about your experience. It could be a moment, a memory, or just anything that comes to your mind when you see the word. Let's start.
So this is not our usual debrief.
Yeah, Partner Prestige of 2025 has been the largest outreach event we have ever done, spanning so many cities, so many partners and their families and clients. So we definitely felt we should maybe talk about it in front of the camera in the form of a long speech or maybe write a blog or a LinkedIn post. But the marketing team has come up with a unique idea and we are also excited to see how this pans out.
So let's begin. Trust. Vishranth, you want to get started?
So trust, definitely a lot of things to say about this particular word. During this entire Partner Prestige, it became abundantly clear that trust gets developed digitally. So as you would know, we do not have any other offices except Chennai. But so many partners have grown well. So many of the customers are trusting partners with so much of their life savings. So this business essentially is all about trust. We always knew that, but the Partner Prestige outreach, all the travel, meeting of all the people enforced it very strongly that yes, this is in fact a business of trust. We could see it practically and not just theoretically. There was this one particular partner who said that he managed to convince a retired customer who's almost, I think 65 or so, to trust him with his entire PF money, PF settlement, and without even meeting the customer. Everything was done digitally. The customer got convinced by looking at all the information that the partner shared. The customer transacted his entire life savings on the app. So the customer basically did not see the partner, does not know AssetPlus, but still was able to trust us with his life savings and make the investment. So that's a very clean example of practically how trust plays out on the ground level. My turn. Let me see. We have got behind the scenes.
So yeah, behind the scenes was a lot of action going on. When we started, the plan was that in 2 months, every week we will do 2 cities and we'll finish the whole thing in like a couple of months. Planning for the occasion was in itself a big deal, but we underestimated how much work it actually is to get these things going week after week. And there was also a lot happening in between. There was the Indo-Pak conflict, which because of which we had to cancel a few of the events because the airports were shut down. But all in all, I think all's well that ends well. You have any stories from behind the scenes?
So we planned it out as meticulously as possible, but we realized as much as we plan, some of the other things will go wrong. So there was a lot of chaos and confusion at the back end. Particularly, this incident at Surat comes to mind because we all landed in Surat. We check into the hotel. We were staying in the same hotel where the event was. And it turns out 4 hours before the event, we get to know all of the trophies that we were supposed to distribute had gone to another city. And Surat is one location where we had a lot of partners coming in to receive their awards and so on. So the team literally had to hustle, find a new vendor at that location and get trophies made from scratch. And somehow by 8 p.m., which was the trophy distribution time, everything was ready. So it was a very hectic time for those 4-5 hours, not knowing how we'll manage. But the team did it, and looking back, it was a fun memory. So definitely also got to see that behind the scenes is not as easy as it seems. There's a lot of chaos, and yeah, there's a good learning for all of us.
Trophy moment. So I think a trophy, of course, we gave about 600 awards to a lot of partners. Each of them, as they were receiving it, there were photos being clicked, and they were feeling rewarded. Their families were there. All that was wonderful, but I have a different experience that I have taken away from it, which was when I was posing with the partners for their photographs. It also felt like I'm also receiving the award. This is what I come to work every day for. And all in all, it was a trophy moment for us as well to meet partners who we are building the platform for.
Yeah, I think a lot of partners, in fact, mentioned that either this was the first trophy they were receiving in a very long time since school, or this was the first trophy they've ever received. And one particular partner's spouse was gesturing to the kid and saying, look, you should also receive trophies like this in the future. It was all a very fun moment.
Yeah, Tom.
Let's see what we have got. Vision. I'm sure Awanish can start off on this one.
Vision statement is one thing that we repeat very often at AssetPlus. So we are on the path to build India's best assisted wealth management platform. And our goal is to take wealth management to 100 million households in India by empowering mutual fund distributors across the country. And the journey is very long. We have just gotten started. We are at about 15,000 partners and 1.5 lakh customers. But I think if we keep going at it, there is no reason why AssetPlus can't be helping a large chunk of our country.
Yeah, so as Avanish said, 100 million households is a very visionary number that we both as founders have also been discussing for quite some time. Not just about the number, but have a lot of confidence that the only way we can enable so many households to achieve financial freedom is via MFDs only. Because this business is about trust, it's about relationships, it's about emotions. Especially in India, money is not just money, right? Money comes with a lot of these emotions and others. So we definitely feel MFDs are the best way by which households can achieve financial freedom, and we hope to play a small part in enabling MFDs to do this. That's what AssetPlus is about.
I'll go next. App. Coincidentally, app came to me. But I think for app, I want to say one thing. There is a very popular quote by President John F. Kennedy about the roads in America. So what he says is American roads are not great because America is rich. America is rich because the American roads are great. And I think it kind of applies to what we are also doing here. We are basically building the road. So our app, the platform, is all to give a strong foundation to MFDs to build a strong business. But ultimately, it's their hard work, them working with their customers and working for their financial freedom, which is what rich means here. Yeah, next.
Okay, let's... Bharat. Anish, would you like to go ahead?
Sure. So, I think, as I was saying, we traveled to about 13 different locations in a span of 2 months. And the way we had planned it was every weekend we did 2 cities. While it was definitely hectic, I think every weekend we had a completely different experience. Sometimes it was in the north, sometimes it was in the south, east, west. We've been to all these places, smaller locations, larger locations. And we could see very different slices of India across the board. While the partners and the business that we are doing is agnostic to that, but the flavor everywhere is different. And by flavor, I also mean the food everywhere is also very different. And I think we are doing something which applies to all of the country, but we still have a long way to go to smaller locations and tier 3 and tier 4 areas. And I think ultimately this is all about Bharat only. Vishranth, you want to add something?
Yeah, definitely. So Bharat, it was definitely a first time experience for me, because most of the cities that we covered, I had visited for the very first time. It actually felt like not different cities, but individual countries all, like patched up into one. Every city had its own culture. The partners came up with a different mindset of how money is being thought of, how equity markets are being thought of. Some cities were, very, very strongly resonating with equity markets and mutual funds. Some other cities were very traditional. So everything was about real estate and gold and fixed deposits. So I've heard of this quite some time, that India is really diverse, has a very diverse geographies and demographics and so on. But this gave me a personal experience that how truly is India diverse, because no two cities were the same.
Your turn.
Let me take digital first. Oh, this should be easy for Awanish.
Why don't you go ahead?
Digital first. So we've always wanted to be a digital first company. When we started out the platform 5 years back, it was considered that this model will not pick up at all by many from the industry, given that almost all the other platform models involved having a local branch office. So we were pretty confident that the future mutual fund distributors will in fact not require an office of all the time at least. So we wanted to take a digital first approach. We were pretty clear about it. So one particular instance that comes to my mind was in Jaipur, where there was a 55-year-old partner who came up and said he took almost 2-3 months to decide if he should work with AssetPlus, and was very, very hesitant because we didn't have an office. But after having used the platform for a year, he seems to have onboarded more than 100 clients. So he was coming in fact and telling, hope you guys are not planning to open an office, because I don't see how it will be useful. So for a person who is 55 to not have initially trusted the model, but now after a year come back and say, guys, I'm telling you, don't open an office, it's not useful in this era, shows that we are in the right.
I experienced the same thing in multiple locations. I would just ask partners, okay, would you like an office near your location? Like, if you want, you can put an office, but I'll never come there.
No.
Because I'm getting everything done online with my RM and with the support ticket system and everything.
So a lot of validation about the digital first model. We truly believe this is the way to go forward in this industry.
I'll go next. Families. So when I read families, two things come to mind. Number one, obviously, is we met about more than 1,000 partners in all of these locations, and all of them almost had brought their families as well to the events. And seeing their families, seeing them clicking those photos, and being in the moment, made me realize that with our BAU, what we do on a daily basis, besides being business, it's also a family of people. It's a bundle of aspirations that are associated with us, and it was definitely heartening to see that we are having an impact in so many people's lives. And the other thing that comes to my mind about families is every location that we went to, there was not one location where we did not have invitations from partners to come visit their office or come visit their home. They were happy to take us out for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and they really made us feel like we belonged there. I think that is the other thing that comes to mind. It did feel like a large family to me. What about you?
In many events, partners came towards the end of the event. They came to us and they were like, "My wife makes really good dal bati. You should definitely come home for dinner." I wanted to go, but I had a flight to catch, unfortunately. So next time we will plan it better. But we could clearly see we did not push for the partners to bring families. It was an open-ended invite for the partners. I was surprised to see the number of partners who decided to bring, when I say families, not just spouses, but kids. A lot of younger mutual fund distributors brought their parents in, made the parents and kids interact with us. It was a huge fun moment. So we could see that for them, it's not just about AssetPlus, there's business, there's my clients. But the fact that their families play a huge role in their mutual fund distribution business was very evident. Okay, next is mine. Entrepreneurs.
Why don't I take that one?
Yeah.
So I think AssetPlus has the best entrepreneurs. I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about our MFDs. So we have 15,000 MFDs on the platform. Each MFD is an entrepreneur on their own. They set their own rules. They set their own vision. They work with their customers. They are the one-stop shop for them. I think they are truly the entrepreneurs here. And would you like to add something?
Yeah, all MFDs are, at the end of the day, entrepreneurs and founders themselves. So they are their own boss. They hire people. They focus on selling. They would like to do marketing for their business. So all it takes for a founder is something that MFDs are doing it for their own business. So in the true essence, MFDs are the entrepreneurs.
All right, I'll take the last one. Freedom. Vishranth?
Freedom. So what comes to mind if I see freedom is MFDs have complete freedom while using AssetPlus. That is itself a wonderful advantage of using the AssetPlus platform, I would say. And we are very happy about being a brand that does not come across as pushy either to partners or to customers. Partners have the complete freedom to choose how to grow their business, how to use the platform. We don't have any sales targets, we don't have any revenue targets or revenue pressure at all. And that is something we take an immense amount of pride in, because without being pushy, in many cases, it does become difficult to actually run and grow a business. But we have grown well as a brand that does not push by giving the complete freedom to the partners. So that's what I have to say when it comes to freedom.
And I'll just add that by utilizing this freedom, they're helping people achieve financial freedom also.
Oh, yeah. So freedom for both partners as well as financial freedom for clients. Yeah, wonderful.
So honestly, this was quite a bit of fun. I hope people also like it as much as we enjoyed doing the whole thing.
Yeah, in hindsight, this surely comes across as much better than giving a long speech in front of the camera.
True. But on a serious note, I'd like to say that this is just the beginning. Partner Prestige is not just an event for us, it's a promise.
Yeah, we are surely just getting started now. This year, we managed to meet more than 1,000 partners in 13 different cities. Next time, it'll be bigger and better.
See you all next year.
Okay, guys, can we get back to work now?
For them, it's work only.